Goku continues his battle with Jiren, unable to do any damage, and with a punch in return inflicts heavy damage on Goku, as Jiren states that it's about time to end their fight. Goku begins to power up, saying that he doesn't even care if what he is about to do wrecks his body in the end, because he just needs the power to overcome his limits in this tournament. As Beerus wonders what Goku's up to, Whis says that he's drawing deep from his reserves for a temporary boost in power, regardless of the damage, to which Krillin and Tien wonder if he's utilizing the same principles as Kaioken. Regardless, Goku's method allows him to deliver heavier blows than Jiren, but it still proves ineffective with no real damage done. Jiren tells Goku that power gained by destroying the body can't be used properly, and that he's made the same mistake as Kale as he swats him away like a fly. Meanwhile, Master Roshi has forced Kasharil to the edge of the arena. Although the warrior of Universe 11 can't understand why this old man is so strong, Roshi tells him that he shouldn't rely so heavily on his gadgets. As Kasharil goes in for one final punch, the Turtle Hermit intercepts it and with a swift display of martial arts skill, knocks Kasharil from the arena. Roshi then notices as Goku is shown struggling against Jiren, unsure of what to do. Roshi asks Goku what strength means to him, and Goku responds by saying that even as a Super Saiyan Blue, he can't keep up with Jiren, supposing he needs more power. Roshi tells him that fighting strength alone isn't a way to measure things, and that they utilize martial arts not to win fights but to conquer themselves. He tells Goku to think of all of his previous masters and what they taught him, as he remembers the words of Korin, Mr. Popo, King Kai, and Whis, of being told that he must be tranquil and train his body as well as his spirit, that he must allow his mind to control his movements. Master Roshi tells his former student that he'll teach him one last lesson on how to move well, and charges at Jiren. Jiren retaliates with a punch, but Roshi instinctively dodges it, much to Jiren's surprise. Jiren attempts multiple times to strike his opponent, but Roshi is able to dodge them all. In shock, Beerus asks Whis if these moves are perhaps a form of a special technique known amongst the gods. But after Roshi takes a few blows from Jiren, the angel states that there is a strong resemblance, but it is a far cry all the same. Roshi tells Goku to look into his heart to find the answer he's looking for, and goes in for a final punch, but Jiren is easily able to avoid it, and with a small chop to the neck, eliminates Roshi from the Tournament of Power. Beerus seemed to be unimpressed by Roshi's performance overall, but Whis tells him that Roshi's words seem to have caused a change in Goku. Jiren mocks the Saiyan for still needing teachings from his former master, and tells him that a man such as himself will never gain perfection as he knocks him away. Goku, however, remains calm, berating himself for his arrogance with his master, but thanking him for all he's done. As Jiren attempts to land a final blow, Goku dodges and appears in a new state, shocking Beerus. Beerus wonders if his eyes are deceiving him, but Whis confirms, stating that Goku has learned the technique which severs the link between the mind and the body, allowing the user to attack and dodge subconsciously, known as Ultra Instinct. Jiren asks Goku if he overcame the wall that he aspired to, and Goku confirms this. Vegeta in the distance, shocked that Kakarot's reached a new level of power. Beerus is upset that Goku pulled off the technique before him, and he and Jiren rush into battle once more. Goku, however, returns to his normal state almost immediately and gets hit hard. Whis stating that Goku must have found a chance to tap into Ultra Instinct briefly, but nothing more, as the angel acknowledges that the Saiyan struggle has only just begun. Jiren tells a battle-damaged Goku that a man with such little resolve will never be able to beat him. Meanwhile, during his battle with Toppo, Vegeta shows frustration that Goku jumped ahead of him yet again, breaking his limits while the Saiyan Prince is left struggling against his opponent. As Toppo tries to attack Vegeta from behind, the Saiyan Prince completely disregards the Universe 11 warrior and powers up, the force of his aura knocking Toppo out of the ring and onto some debris. Beerus noting that Vegeta's aura has completely changed. Vegeta then rushes in and attacks Jiren. However, the Pride Trooper is unaffected but impressed that Vegeta was fighting Toppo while concealing his true power. Vegeta, however, replies that Saiyans evolve as they fight, and his power from a few minutes ago means nothing now. Jiren asks if Vegeta is trying to acquire the same power as Goku, but the Saiyan answers that he has no interest in the ability, stating it doesn't suit him, as well as being taught anything by anyone other than himself. Vegeta further points out that he never had a master, even his father King Vegeta. He says he's a prodigy forged by solo training and will continue to aim to the top by his own rules as he always has. Vegeta then rushes in to attack Jiren once more, Whis commenting that the Saiyan Prince plans to evolve in his own way, and given his fighting style, he's right in deducing that Ultra Instinct doesn't quite suit him. While Vegeta lands another clean blow to Jiren, Goku commences performance. Vegeta further explains to Jiren that while Goku and his friends were lazing about on Earth, he was fighting hundreds of battles throughout the cosmos. Jiren acknowledges Vegeta, stating that besides Goku in his Ultra Instinct state, there hasn't been anyone that's fought as hard as he has. However, Jiren then appears behind Vegeta and lands a blow to the back of his head, once again establishing his dominance. After a few more blows to Vegeta, Jiren explains that he always puts his life on the line when he fights, no matter how weak his opponent is, as that's how he was taught to fight by his own master. As Toppo watches from a distance, Frieza belittles him for relying on others for survival, attacking Toppo and bringing him to the brink of elimination. Dispo notices this during his battle with Android 17 and comes to his comrade's rescue, although all he's done is given Frieza the perfect opportunity. The Tyrant then jumps back into the ring and destroys all of the floating debris the two could use to get back, leaving Dispo and Toppo stranded on a single rock in the distance. Toppo tells Dispo to leave him, but Dispo states that he's too tired and wouldn't be able to make the jump from their distance anyway. While Frieza shows enjoyment in torturing the Pride Troopers in their vulnerable state, 17 tells him to finish them off already. Realizing their situation, Dispo then asks Jiren for help, as they can't return to the ring on their own. Jiren stares at his teammate in disappointment. Giving Goku the perfect chance to teleport to safety with Vegeta, Jiren teleports in front of 17 and Frieza and knocks them aside, as both fighters were unable to keep up with his speed. Jiren stares at Dispo as he asks for help, but the warrior tells the two to observe from the bench, as he will finish things alone. Jiren watches as the rock Toppo and Dispo are on breaks apart and the two are eliminated, ashamed that in their comrades' eyes they were just getting in the way. Jiren remains as the final opponent in the Tournament of Power against Universe 7, but Belmod isn't worried. Jiren surprised Frieza is still around, to which the Tyrant notes that he's the type to hide his true potential. He then transforms into Golden Frieza and rushes in to attack Jiren. Although his power pales in comparison to his, having been dealt a blow to the face, Frieza glances at the giant pillar in the middle of the ring, and Jiren realizes that he's trying to buy time. He then puts in more effort to distract Frieza by destroying a portion of the ring and attempts to knock him away, but his attack is blocked by Android 17. Jiren, however, puts in more force to knock Frieza and 17 out, but the android saves them by using his energy to land on nearby debris. 17 tells Frieza he'll take the lead for the next attack, but quickly realizes that he's no match for Jiren. The android, however, has a plan and asks Krillin and Android 18 to take care of his wife and children on their island. As Krillin slowly realizes what 17 plans to do, 18 calmly agrees, saying she's used to handling children. 17 thanks his sister and confronts Jiren, asking if he's fighting for the survival of his universe or to get his wish granted, and Jiren replies both. 17 then powers up after mentioning his wishes to keep his own universe safe and blows himself up. much to the surprise of Goku, Vegeta, and everyone else in the spectator stands. 17's explosion eviscerates half the ring, but Jiren remains unharmed and still in the competition, disappointed at witnessing 17's act, but stating it's time to end things. Goku steps forward though, remembering 17's sacrifice, but showing no anger at what happened, as his resolve to win and save his universe once again unlocks Ultra Instinct for him. Jiren then responds by powering up, finally taking Goku seriously, as he now has an aura surrounding him. Goku once again, in his Ultra Instinct state, charges into battle with Jiren, although this time he's able to hold his own, but is still unable to land a blow. Universe 7 spectators wonder how Goku's still standing, and Whis explains he's diving further and further into Ultra Instinct. As they continue fighting, Jiren notes how relaxed Goku appears, and he explains it's due to ridding himself of unnecessary emotions and putting his heart at ease. Jiren then powers up further as Goku closes his eyes in concentration. Jiren launches himself forward to attack, and instantly the Saiyan is able to enter a new state which turns his hair silver. Goku counters an incoming Jiren with a punch to the stomach, and Beerus and the other gods look on in amazement as Goku has finally perfected it, the true state of Ultra Instinct. Jiren falls to his knees in pain, but recovers quickly, continuing his assault on Goku, but is unable to land a single blow. The tide of the battle changes as Goku lands a few devastating blows and knocks Jiren down for the second time, surprising the members of Universe 11. Out of a cloud of dust, Jiren fires a mighty blast of energy, which Goku evades with ease, and Vegeta narrowly avoids. The blast takes out part of the spectator seats, as Goku then powers up a Kamehameha and launches it at Jiren from above. Jiren is launched through the arena, but narrowly avoids elimination as he holds on to the edge. He hoists himself up and powers up even more, both trying and failing to hit Goku so much as one time as he finds himself being dealt further damage by the Saiyan. Despite the enthusiasm coming from Universe 7 spectators, Whis notes that this new boost in power still won't be an easy victory. He goes on to further explain that Jiren's potential is immeasurable, resulting in his continuous improvement and counterattacks through sheer determination. Goku, however, having recently tapped into Ultra Instinct, is actually struggling, as every subconscious reaction his body makes takes a toll on him, for he must train further to wield the technique at its full potential. The battle rages on, as everyone wonders whether Jiren will run out of stamina first, or if Goku's perfected Ultra Instinct will wear off instead. Universe 7 is unable to keep up with the warrior speed in battle, but suddenly, Whis confirms Goku's defeat. Jiren finally lands a hit on Goku, launching him aside as his perfected Ultra Instinct vanishes and he returns to normal. Vegeta is able to catch the Saiyan before he falls off the edge, and Jiren vows not to lose. He's determined to become the perfect force for justice, just as his master had wanted. Jiren tells the Saiyan pair that he'll use his wish on the Super Dragon Balls to resurrect his master Gichin, who'd previously been slain by a monster. Dispo in the sands voices his surprise at this, unaware that the death of his master was still affecting Jiren. But Toppo tells him it's due in part to Jiren never receiving approval and recognition as his master's successor. Vegeta mocks Jiren over the use of his wish, stating it to be a selfish one, but this angers Jiren, who charges towards them, uninterested in talking any longer. Vegeta orders Goku to stand and fight, as there are less than 3 minutes remaining, and due to his assault on the warrior, Jiren is now considerably weaker than before. As the two fight in perfect sync, Jiren is pushed back as Universe 11 watch on in amazement. Belma then explains why Jiren's master never gave him the recognition he sought for so long, as he'd always been solitary in nature. His master was the one who recommended Jiren for the Pride Troopers team in the first place, but it wasn't to polish his strength, but to learn the value of teamwork. Witnessing the success that Goku and Vegeta are having fighting together, Beerus asks Whis if all the training with them was to work on their synchronization unknowingly, to which Whis confirms, stating that the Saiyans never even realized, as Goku and Vegeta continue fighting, prepared to blow Jiren away for good. Belmont and the Supreme Kai from Universe 11 continue their discussion on how Jiren's master wanted to teach him the importance of teamwork. However, he was killed by a demon before he had a chance to finish. As a result, Jiren now chooses to take on all burdens alone and refuses to trust anyone, even his own teammates. Belmont comments that he himself doesn't believe in such weak-minded thinking, but the angel Margarita reminds him that he used to be friends with Gichin, though Belmont says that was a long time ago. On the arena floor, Goku and Vegeta continue their effort in attempting to defeat the mighty Jiren. As he continues to power up even more, the two Saiyans decide not to hold anything back and power up their strongest attacks, Goku using the Kamehameha and Vegeta using the Gamma Burst Flash. The combined attacks create an enormous flash of light as Jiren rushes in headfirst, covering everyone in the stands in dust. As they wonder if it had any effect, surprisingly, Jiren still remains standing, his shirt being the only thing to have taken damage. With a simple gesture, Jiren knocks Vegeta backwards and he falls from the arena, being eliminated in the process, and shocking Goku. Goku attempts to land an attack on Jiren, but the Saiyan crumbles beneath his strength and is pushed back, just as he appears to be on the verge of elimination. A death ball appears behind the two of them. Frieza, who still remains in the tournament, calls out to Goku to hold on to Jiren and keep him there so he can throw his attack. Goku then grabs Jiren from behind and Frieza throws his death ball, proclaiming that when he wins the tournament, his wish to be revived better be fulfilled. Frieza launches the blast, but Jiren is able to hold on to it and fling it upwards away in the air, much to everyone's shock. Frieza, however, in his golden state, charges himself directly at the warrior and delivers a solid blow to his stomach, the force of the impact knocking himself, Jiren, and Goku from the arena to be eliminated. Goku wonders why Frieza would do such a thing, as there are no contenders left, but just then, Android 17 emerges from underneath a rock, stating that he and Frieza's plan went smoothly after all, shocking Jiren, who falls out of the ring and appears in the tournament stands along with Frieza, Goku, and the others.
Grand Priest and others voiced their surprise, unaware that Android 17 was still competing, as they couldn't sense his energy. Krillin inquires about his apparent self-destruction, and he states that he'd never do such a thing, reminding Krillin that he lost the ability anyway when he made the wish to have the bomb removed after the battle with Cell. Jiren apologizes to his team, and Dispo tells him that he should learn to rely more on his allies. Belmont apologizes to Jiren for not getting his wish to revive his master, but Jiren states there's no need to. However, Belmont sees through Jiren, realizing that he actually feels responsible for his death, but reminds him that his master wouldn't have wanted to be revived. The conversation is cut short as the Grand Priest tells the group that their time is up and the two Zenos erase them from existence as Goku watches from a distance. Android 17, however, immediately asks for the other universes to be brought back, which surprises the Grand Priest. The Omni Kings then ask if that's what he really wants, to which he confirms. Upon summoning Super Shenron, the previously erased universes and participants are brought back into existence, much to their surprise as their respective angels fill them in on what's happened. The Grand Priest then states that the wish made by Universe 7 has elevated them up in the ranking, now making them third from the bottom rather than the second. As they all begin to make their way home courtesy of the Grand Priest, a few of the warriors interact with one another, and Jiren tells Goku that they'll soon meet again, as the Saiyan responds in kind. On the way back, Goku wonders why 17 changed his wish, and he simply replies that he didn't want the Zenos to have their way. Vegeta then offers to give 17 a ship of his own for his family, stating that he's sure Bulma would happily give him one, being the savior of the universe. Frieza then chimes in, reminding Goku about his promise to revive him, but suddenly Whis uses his powers to grant him life again, saying that it's a gift from Beerus, who praises him for his strategy in defeating Jiren. Frieza appears to be surprised by the notion, but still vows to continue his evil ways, though Goku says he'll just beat him again if he does. Everyone returns to Capsule Corp, while Frieza returns to his own planet and 17 heads back to his island. Goku comments on how powerful Jiren was, and Vegeta agrees they couldn't even put a dent in him. As Bulma shows up, seemingly unhappy with Vegeta for promising 17 a ship, Goku takes a swift exit, and in no time at all, everything returns to normal across the multiverse. Sometime after though, Frieza causes more trouble once again, resulting in Goku and Vegeta having to defend the Earth from a Saiyan they had never encountered before.